first.
It is 5 a.m. I'm Gary Libator, meteorologist Hannah Evans, joining us now to help us all plan our Thursday ahead. Her forecast never more than 10 minutes away, and after a beautiful day yesterday, what are we looking at today?
It's going to be very hot and humid today. Highs are going to be in the low 90s with very humid conditions, and then a few thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening.
Get ready for that heat.
Yes, so let's take a look now. We are under a heat advisory for the Mohawk Valley that includes southern Oneida, southern Herkimer, Madison counties. This goes into effect at 11 a.m. this morning until 8 p.m. this evening. We are going to be seeing temperatures near or in the low 90s, and it is going to be very humid, so those heat index values will be up to the upper 90s. So make sure you are staying hydrated today and limit your exposure outside. As of right now, we are already measuring 72 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. It already is pretty hot and humid outside this morning, and once again, we will just rise up as we head into the late morning and afternoon hours. Today is going to be hazy, hot, and humid. A few thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening. That will drop the air temperature just a little bit, but it will not break the humidity at all. It is going to remain humid through the weekend, and with this humidity, there is the chance of thunderstorms to remain through the weekend. As for today, though, thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening. Very hot and humid with highs in the low 90s, and I will have the weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. We begin with
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We are tracking hot, hazy, and humid weather today with highs reaching the low 90s. Let's take a look at our CAVI tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are already waking up this morning pretty warm and humid, with temperatures at this point already in the low 70s. And on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are tracking dry conditions at this point, but again, a few scattered thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening as this cold front approaches us from the west. But this cold front is very weak and it is very slow moving. It is going to move through our area tonight and into tomorrow as well, bringing a few scattered thunderstorms today and tomorrow. None of them are looking to be severe, but it is just going to be hot and humid today and still remaining humid tomorrow. As for our temperatures this morning, we are in the 60s to some areas seeing temperatures in the 70s already. 62 degrees in Dowdesville and Little Falls, 71 degrees in Whitesboro. Looking to the south, we have 64 degrees in Hamilton and 69 degrees in Sherburne this morning, with our dew point levels in the upper 60s, so feeling very, very humid today. The National Weather Service has put out a heat advisory just for the Mohawk Valley. This goes into effect at 11 a.m. this morning and lasts until 8 p.m. this evening. The Mohawk Valley is going to be seeing high temperatures in the low 90s, and it is going to be very humid, so those heat index values, those feels like temperatures, are going to feel close to the upper 90s. So that is why they put out this heat advisory. Make sure you stay hydrated today and limit your time outside. Even though this cold front is approaching us and it is expected to move through tomorrow, that is not really going to break the humidity for the weekend and the beginning of next week. We are going to be seeing a trend of humid weather today through the beginning of next week, so it is going to kind of feel uncomfortable for at least the next couple of days for the first week of August. And even looking ahead to the weekend, since it is going to be so humid, there is the chance for a pop-up thunderstorm on both Saturday and Sunday, and it is still going to be very hot over the weekend with highs near 90. As for today, though, our highs are going to be in the low 90s for the Mohawk Valley. We will start to see a few scattered thunderstorms move through in the afternoon and evening. That will break the heat a little bit, but not the humidity. It still will be humid after that. And tonight, it will remain mostly cloudy and humid. Tomorrow will remain humid, a little bit cooler with highs in the low 80s, and a few scattered thunderstorms are possible once again tomorrow later on in the day. Heading into Saturday, it does look to get a little bit better. We will start to see some sunshine. High temperatures reach near 90, and there is the possibility of a pop-up thunderstorm Saturday afternoon. As for today, we are going to be hazy, hot, and humid. Highs in the low 90s with feels like temperatures in the upper 90s. Some scattered thunderstorms are possible in the afternoon and evening. That will continue tonight. We will remain humid overnight with a low just around 70. The humidity remains for tomorrow and through the weekend. Scattered thunderstorms possible tomorrow. A pop-up thunderstorm is possible on Saturday and Sunday because of how hot and humid it is going to be. And our next cold front moves through Monday. That will break the heat for the middle of next week. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Thousands of Kentucky residents are still without power after historic flooding hit that state a week ago. About 4,000 residents are still without power and are now battling a heat wave after dealing with the historic flooding. There are still downed power lines all over the state. Crews have been working tirelessly to get the power back on so that some residents can have air conditioning during the heat wave. Kentucky Power says all residents who can safely receive power should have it back on by Friday. But for many residents who are still waiting for the floodwaters to recede from their homes, that could be much, much longer. In Mississippi, some had to be rescued on Wednesday from flash flooding that began on Tuesday. First responders with boats got people to safety. The water levels rose fast. It was about hip deep for those making their way through it on foot. A park was flooded and cars were submerged. Canton, Mississippi's fire marshal said first responders rescued 13 people from their homes. Well, you may not believe what police...
Welcome back. A few thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and early evening. Not really looking at severe weather. We are just at a level 1 risk for that. Our main concern is going to be heavy downpours within these thunderstorms and high winds. Nothing else really concerns us, but that is possible this afternoon and evening. Today is going to be pretty hot. Our heat index level is looking at the upper 90s for today. Tomorrow we will cool down just a little bit, but still feeling like right near 90 because it is still going to be humid for the next couple of days. Over the weekend, it is going to feel like we are in the low 90s for both Saturday and Sunday. Not cooling down much on Monday yet. Still feeling like near 90 temperatures. Our next cool down looks to be on Tuesday. So if you do have to walk your pets or your dog, I would definitely get that done earlier this morning because it is going to get hot pretty quickly today and the ground is going to be way hotter than the air and their paws can burn. So just be careful of that. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. The National Institute. 5:30. I'm Gary Libator, meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us here on this Thursday morning to get us started, and we can all get ready to face that heat that's on its way. It's already pretty warm outside.
Yes, so right here we are measuring 70, the low 70s. We will reach the low 90s today, so it is going to be very hot and humid on top of it, so it's going to feel even warmer.
Like 100.
Yes.
Wow.
So let's take a look now at the heat advisory that's in effect. This goes in effect at 11 a.m. and lasts until 8 p.m. for specifically the Mohawk Valley. We are looking at temperatures in the low 90s in the Mohawk Valley, and it will feel close to the upper 90s because of that humidity. Even starting out this morning, measured at the Gervais Park Airport in Rome, we have 72 degrees, already pretty humid outside. So we are starting off pretty hot. It is going to be hazy, hot, and humid today. A cold front approaches. This brings the possibility of a few afternoon and evening thunderstorms, and thunderstorms are also possible tomorrow as this cold front moves through. Over the weekend, it is going to get hot and humid again, and this brings the chance for a pop-up thunderstorm for both Saturday and Sunday. As for today, though, we are tracking dry weather this morning. We will reach the low 90s. Thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening, and I will have the full weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. The Genesis.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We are tracking hot, humid, and hazy weather for today with highs reaching the low 90s. Let's take a look now at our Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are starting out dry this morning, but it is already pretty warm and humid with our temperatures here in the Mohawk Valley in the low 70s. And on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, we are tracking dry conditions, but we could be seeing a passing shower this morning. Again, temperatures are in the low 70s. There is a weak cold front moving in from the west, and it is very slow moving. So ahead of this cold front, we could be seeing some scattered thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. It is going to drop the air temperature just a little bit as they move through, but not really break the humidity. This cold front will move through fully tomorrow, bringing in some more scattered thunderstorms. Once again, not breaking the humidity. Temperatures this morning are in the 60s and 70s. We have 62 degrees in Dowdesville, 63 degrees in Little Falls, and 71 degrees already in Whitesboro. Looking to the south, we have 63 degrees in Hamilton and 67 degrees in Sherburne this morning. Because of the heat and humidity today, the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for the Mohawk Valley. This goes into effect at 11 a.m. and lasts until 8 p.m. High temperatures are going to be in the low 90s, but it is going to be very humid, which brings our feels-like temperatures up to the upper 90s. So make sure you limit your time outside today and stay hydrated. A cold front is going to move through tomorrow. It is going to break the air temperature just a little bit. We will be cooler tomorrow in terms of temperature, but it is not going to break the humidity. We do look to remain humid tomorrow through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. So that looks to be the trend. We do break the humidity and get a little bit cooler on Tuesday. Even looking ahead to the weekend, it is going to get very hot. Highs are going to be near 90 for all of us, and it is still going to be humid, which brings in the possibility of a pop-up thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening on both Saturday and on Sunday. As for today, though, we are going to be seeing highs reach the low 90s pretty quickly. A few thunderstorms are possible to move through in the afternoon and evening hours. That will break the air temperature just a little bit, but the humidity will kind of stay the same. Tonight, we will still be warm and humid with mostly cloudy skies. And tomorrow, we will be mostly cloudy, a little bit cooler with highs in the low 80s, still humid, and still the possibility of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms later in the day. Heading into Saturday, it is going to get pretty hot once again. We will be seeing partly cloudy skies, highs reaching right near 90, and a pop-up thunderstorm or shower is possible because of that humidity. As for today, once again, very hot and humid. Scattered thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening, highs reaching the low 90s. And tonight, still warm and humid overnight with mostly cloudy skies, a low right around 70. It cools down a little bit tomorrow with highs in the low to mid 80s, but we remain mostly cloudy, humid, and scattered thunderstorms are possible. Getting hot on Saturday and Sunday once again with a pop-up thunderstorm possible on both days. Another cold front looks to move through on Monday, and that looks to break the heat and humidity for the middle of next week. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. A 7-year-old Massachusetts.
Welcome back. If you did want to spend some time outside, I would definitely recommend getting out earlier today before it gets too hot and before we see some scattered thunderstorms. Early tomorrow as well, because we are going to possibly be seeing some more scattered thunderstorms tomorrow in the afternoon and evening. And I would say yes for Saturday. It is going to be pretty nice with the possibility of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. Now, with the air conditioner, I would definitely have it on high for today. It is going to remain hot and humid through the weekend into Monday. Now on Monday, a cold front moves through, and that will break the heat and humidity for Tuesday. High temperatures will be in the 70s once again. So looking ahead to the early weekend, which is tomorrow and Saturday. Tomorrow, it is going to be mostly cloudy during the day with a possibility of a few scattered thunderstorms once again in the afternoon and evening as a weaker cold front moves through. And on Saturday, we will be mostly dry in the morning, but it's still going to be pretty hot and humid. That brings the possibility of a pop-up thunderstorm in the afternoon or in the evening. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. If you've looked at Laboratory meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us here on this Thursday morning to get us started, and we can all get ready for some real-time heat. It could be one of the hottest days of the year for sure.
Yes, it is going to be one of them. We are expecting high temperatures to reach the low 90s, especially in the Mohawk Valley, and it is going to feel like the upper 90s because of that humidity.
Wow.
Yes, so a hot one today.
Yeah, get those air conditioners going if you have them.
Yes, so let's take a look now at the heat advisory that's in effect for the Mohawk Valley. This goes into effect at 11 a.m. this morning until 8 p.m. this evening. We will reach the low 90s here, and it is going to be very humid, so it is going to feel more like the upper 90s. Very hot day today. Make sure you are staying hydrated. Even right now, being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome is 72 degrees. Already pretty humid to start this morning. We will warm up pretty quickly. Today is going to be hazy, hot, and humid, and there is the possibility to see a few scattered thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening as a cold front approaches from the west. That cold front will move through tomorrow. It is very long and it is very weak, so a few scattered thunderstorms are also possible tomorrow, and through the weekend we will continue to be hot and humid, which brings the chance of a pop-up thunderstorm on both Saturday and Sunday. As for today, though, we are dry this morning. We will see possibly some scattered thunderstorms later on today, highs reaching the low 90s, and I will have the full weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. We begin with some disturbing
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We are tracking hazy, hot, and humid weather for today with highs reaching the low 90s. Let's take a look now at our Rapido Tower camera overlooking Oneonta. We are already seeing warm and humid conditions this morning, with starting out temperatures in the 60s and even the low 70s. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are remaining dry here this morning, but there is the possibility to see a few scattered thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. This is all due to the slow-moving and weak cold front. So nothing is looking too severe. We are just going to possibly see some scattered thunderstorms. That will break a little bit of the heat in the air, but it will not break the humidity. It is looking to remain humid for the next couple of days. According to our sky watchers, once again, very warm to start this morning. 71 degrees already in Old Forge, 70 degrees in New Hartford, 72 degrees in Clinton. Looking to the south, we have 69 degrees in Cooperstown and 61 degrees in Hartwick and in Milford this morning. The National Weather Service has put out a heat advisory for the Mohawk Valley. This goes into effect at 11 a.m. this morning and lasts until 8 p.m. this evening. High temperatures in the Mohawk Valley are going to be in the low 90s, but with that high humidity, it's going to feel like the upper 90s. So make sure if you are going to be outside today, definitely limit your time and stay hydrated. As this slow-moving cold front moves through tomorrow, the humidity is not really looking to break, and neither is the heat. It is still going to be hot and humid over the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Our next chance to see some relief looks to be on Tuesday as another cold front moves through Monday. So over the weekend, not really any system is going to be moving through, but it is going to remain very hot and humid with highs reaching near 90, and that brings the possibility for a pop-up thunderstorm on both Saturday and Sunday. As for today, though, we are going to start to see it get really warm really quickly, highs reaching the low 90s. A few rounds of thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening. It will cool off the air a little bit into the 80s, but the humidity will remain for the next couple of days. Tonight, warm and humid, mostly cloudy skies, a low right around 70. And tomorrow will be mostly cloudy, a little bit cooler in terms of air temperature. Highs are going to be in the lower to mid 80s, but still humid, and thunderstorms are still possible once again tomorrow. Heading into Saturday, it is going to get pretty hot once again. We will be seeing some sunshine, but highs are going to be right near 90 with a few pop-up showers and storms possible. As for today, though, scattered thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and this evening. Highs are going to be near 90 with feels-like values in the upper 90s. Tonight, we will kind of start to dry out to mostly cloudy skies, but still remain warm and humid with a low around 70. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit cooler, but mostly cloudy, humid. Scattered thunderstorms are still possible. Getting hot once again over the weekend with highs near 90s, still humid, bringing in a possibility of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, and a cold front moves through Monday, bringing some relief on Tuesday. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Thousands of Kentucky.
Welcome back. There is the chance to see some scattered thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. Not looking too severe, just at a level 1 risk for that. Our main concern is going to be heavy downpours of rain within these thunderstorms and high winds, but otherwise we do look fine for today for seeing not any severe weather. But it is going to be very, very hot today. It will reach the low 90s for the Mohawk Valley, feeling like the upper 90s, so make sure you are staying hydrated if you are outside. It does get a little bit cooler tomorrow, but still feeling like near 90 because it still will be humid. Over the weekend, still hot and humid. Temperatures are going to feel like the low 90s, and on Monday, still feeling like near 90. Our relief doesn't come until Tuesday. So if you did have to walk your dog or take any pets out for a walk today, I definitely recommend getting that done earlier on this morning because it is going to get hot pretty quickly, and the air temperature is going to be in the low 90s, which makes the asphalt and the concrete even hotter than that, and their paws can burn. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks. The National Institute again. It is 6:30. I'm Gary Libator, meteorologist Hannah Evans, joining us here on this Thursday morning to get us started. And once again, if you haven't been with us all morning long, we can all expect to get ready for that heat, and it's going to be hot.
Yes, so our high temperatures in the Mohawk Valley are going to reach the low 90s, but it's going to feel close to the upper 90s because of how humid it's going to be.
And it's already pretty warm.
Yes, it's already pretty warm here. We're tracking temperatures in the 70s, and it's already humid to start. So let's take a look now at the heat advisory in effect. This is just for the Mohawk Valley. It starts at 11 a.m. and lasts until 8 p.m. We are going to be seeing high temperatures in the low 90s, and feels like temperatures are going to be up to the upper 90s. So if you are going to be outside today, make sure you limit that time and stay hydrated. Even right now, we are measuring 72 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. Already pretty humid to start, and we will start to warm up pretty quickly. It is going to be hazy, hot, and humid today. A weak cold front is approaching us, and this could bring some possible afternoon and evening thunderstorms. And as these thunderstorms move through, it will drop the air temperature just a little bit back into the 80s, but it still is going to remain humid. It will remain humid through the weekend into the beginning of next week. And since it is still going to be hot and humid over the weekend, there is a chance of a few pop-up thunderstorms as well. As for today, though, we are tracking a few thunderstorms to come in the afternoon and evening. Highs reaching the low 90s with feels-like temperatures in the upper 90s. And I will be talking a little bit more about the weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks. The Genesis Group held a meet.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today is going to be hazy, hot, and humid with temperatures reaching the low 90s. Let's take a look now at our CAV Tower camera. Overlooking the Mohawk Valley, we are starting out partly sunny this morning, but already it's pretty warm and humid to start with our temperatures in the 60s and 70s. And on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, we are tracking dry conditions at this point, but there is a weaker cold front that is very slow moving coming in from the west. As this approaches us, a few scattered thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening. It fully moves through tomorrow, bringing more scattered showers and thunderstorms as a possibility for tomorrow. According to our sky watchers, once again, very warm to start this morning, already at 71 degrees in Old Forge, 70 degrees in New Hartford, and 72 degrees in Clinton. Looking to the south, we have 69 degrees in Cooperstown and 61 degrees in Hartwick and in Milford. Mohawk Valley, our high temperature is going to be in the low 90s, so it is going to feel even hotter with the humidity. The National Weather Service has put a heat advisory in effect for the Mohawk Valley starting at 11 a.m. this morning through 8 p.m. this evening. Once again, because of that high humidity, it is going to feel like the upper 90s here today, so make sure you are staying hydrated and limit your time outside. And once again, there are scattered thunderstorms possible due to that cold front. That cold front fully moves through tomorrow, but it will not break the humidity. We will still be seeing humid conditions through Monday, and on Monday, a stronger cold front will move through. That's the thing that will give us the relief starting on Tuesday. Even looking ahead to the weekend, not really any system is going to be moving through, but since it is going to be hot and humid over the weekend, highs near 90 for both days, this brings in the possibility of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm on both Saturday and Sunday. So over these next few days, it is going to remain hot and humid with thunderstorms possible because of that. On our skycast today, we will reach the low 90s in the Mohawk Valley. A few thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening. It will break the air temperature just a little bit. It will drop into the 80s, but it will not break the humidity. It remains humid and warm overnight with a low just around 70. And tomorrow will be mostly cloudy. It is going to be a little bit cooler with highs just in the 80s, but still pretty humid. And that cold front will move through, bringing in a few scattered showers and thunderstorms later in the day tomorrow. Heading into Saturday, it gets pretty hot once again. We will be seeing sunshine. Highs are going to be near 90, still humid, bringing in that possibility of a shower or a pop-up thunderstorm. As for today, we are going to reach the low 90s with feels-like temperatures in the upper 90s. A few scattered thunderstorms are possible in the afternoon and evening. Tonight will remain warm and humid with a low just around 70. It is still going to be humid tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a few scattered thunderstorms. Heading into the weekend, we do get pretty hot and we remain humid on both Saturday and Sunday, bringing in that possibility of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. A stronger cold front will move through Monday, and that gives us relief for the middle of next week. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. A 7-year-old Massachusetts.
Welcome back. If you did want to spend some time outside, I would definitely recommend getting out early in the morning today and tomorrow. It is going to be very hot and humid today, and for both days there's a possibility of some scattered showers in the afternoon and evening. I would say yes for Saturday. It is going to be hot and humid, and a pop-up thunderstorm is possible, but otherwise we will be sunny throughout the day. Make sure you get that air conditioning out. It is going to be very, very hot today. It is going to remain humid through Monday, and our next chance for the relief looks to be on Tuesday, so I would definitely have it on high today and over the weekend. Looking ahead to the early weekend, which is tomorrow and Saturday, the cold front continues to move through tomorrow, bringing in a few weaker thunderstorms. It is still going to be pretty warm with highs in the 80s and humid. On Saturday, it gets very hot with highs near 90 and high humidity. Once again, this brings in the possibility of a pop-up thunderstorm. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks. If you've looked into buying a new, it is 7 a.m. I'm Gary Libator, meteorologist Hannah Evans, joining us here on this Thursday morning to get us all started. And we all can get ready for some heat. It is going to get very hot today.
Yes, we are going to be seeing high temperatures in the low 90s, and it is going to feel even hotter than that because it is going to be very humid out.
One of the hottest days of the year.
Yes, it is going to be. So let's take a look now. If you are heading out the door this morning, temperatures are going to already be in the low 70s, so already starting out pretty warm and muggy. In the afternoon, highs are going to be in the low 90s, and a few scattered thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and this evening. So although those scattered thunderstorms will be moving through, it will only break the heat just a little bit, not breaking the humidity. We will remain humid for the next couple of days, and tonight still pretty warm and humid with the low around 70. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. We begin with...
Welcome back. Here's a live look at our Cooperstown camera. We are starting out partly sunny this morning, but it is warm and muggy to start. It is going to get very hot and humid today. A look at our forecasted heat index. As for today, it is going to feel like the upper 90s, and tomorrow we will be a little bit cooler, but still feeling like right near 90. Over the weekend, our high temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s, but we'll feel like the low 90s, and on Monday we'll feel like near 90 again. This humidity will last through Monday, and on Tuesday is when it looks like we will get our relief. As for today, though, we are going to be seeing high temperatures in the low 90s, very hot and humid, and some scattered thunderstorms come in this afternoon and evening. Tonight we have a low just around 70. It is going to be cloudy and humid overnight. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Thousands of Kentucky residents are still without power after historic flooding hit the state a week ago. About 4,000 residents still without power are now battling a heat wave after dealing with that historic flooding. As you can see, there are still downed power lines all over the state. Crews have been working tirelessly to get the power back on so that residents can have air conditioning during the heat wave. Kentucky Power says all residents who can safely receive power should have it back on by tomorrow. But for many residents who are still waiting for the floodwaters to recede from their homes, that wait could be much longer. In Mississippi, some had to be rescued on Wednesday from flash flooding that began on Tuesday. First responders with boats got to people's safety. The water level rose fast. It's about hip high for those trying to make their way through it. A park was flooded, cars were submerged, and Canton, Mississippi's fire marshal said first responders rescued 13 people from their homes. The National Institutes of Health will be looking...
Welcome back. We are going to get very hot and humid today. The National Weather Service has put out a heat advisory. This goes into effect just for the Mohawk Valley in the hours of 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. We are going to be seeing high temperatures in the low 90s here, and it will feel like the upper 90s because of how humid it is going to be. Even starting out this morning, we are already in the low 70s. We are measuring 73 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome with muggy conditions. It is going to get pretty hot pretty fast. So today will be hazy, hot, and humid. It is possible to see some scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening hours. That will break the heat a little bit, but not the humidity, and the chance of storms remain through the weekend. So for today, expect a few scattered thunderstorms, highs in the low 90s. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks. The Genesis Group held a...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking hazy, hot, and humid weather for today with highs reaching the low 90s. Let's take a look now at our CAVV tower camera. Overlooking the Mohawk Valley, we are seeing partly sunny skies this morning. Already pretty warm and muggy to start, but we are dry on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are possibly going to be seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. That is due to the slow-moving but weak cold front, so some showers, thunderstorms possible. It will not break the humidity, but as they move through, the temperatures will drop a little bit due to this cold front. According to our sky watchers, though, at this point, already warm to start, 71 degrees in Old Forge and 70 degrees in New Hartford. Looking to the south, we have 69 degrees in Cooperstown and 60 degrees in Lawrence here this morning. The National Weather Service has put the Mohawk Valley under a heat advisory from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. this evening. High temperatures are going to be in the low 90s, and it is going to be very humid, which brings those feels-like temperatures to the upper 90s. So make sure to be careful today if you are spending time outside, and drink lots of water. We are going to remain humid for the weekend and the next couple of days. So the cold front that is moving through today and tomorrow will not break the humidity. It will remain humid and hot over the weekend, and another cold front moves through Monday. It looks to bring relief for us on Tuesday. Even though there are not going to be any weather systems occurring over the weekend, it is going to continue to be very, very hot and humid with highs near 90. And this brings in the possibility for a pop-up thunderstorm on both Saturday and on Sunday this weekend. So it is going to remain humid and hot for at least the next couple of days and into the beginning of next week. On our Skycast for today, we will see highs reach the low 90s. A few thunderstorms are possible due to that cold front approaching us. We will remain warm and muggy tonight with a low around 70. And the cold front fully moves through tomorrow. So we'll be mostly cloudy tomorrow, a little bit cooler, but still very humid, and scattered thunderstorms and showers are possible. After that cold front moves through, we will be mostly dry for the weekend, but it's still going to be hot and humid, especially on Saturday, highs near 90. This brings in the possibility for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. As for today, though, we are tracking hazy, hot, and humid conditions. Scattered thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and through the evening. Tonight we will dry out to mostly cloudy skies, but it's going to be pretty warm and humid. As for tomorrow, we will be mostly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms possible once again, not as hot as today. Getting hot and humid once again over the weekend with highs near 90 and a pop-up thunderstorm possible for both Saturday and Sunday. Relief comes on Tuesday.
Possible. That's the key in this very hot weather that we are seeing today. How hot will it get? Meteorologist Hannah Evans is now with more. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Gary. We are tracking temperatures to get pretty high today, and it is very humid outside, making it feel even warmer. Let's take a look at what the Griffith Park Airport in Rome is measuring. They are measuring 84 degrees right now, but it does feel like 88 degrees here at noon because our dew point values are pretty high. And at this point, we are still tracking dry conditions with the exception of a few rain showers just north of Old Forge. There is the possibility to see a few scattered thunderstorms moving through this afternoon and evening, and as that happens, the temperature will drop a little bit, but the humidity is here to stay. So as for today, we are tracking hazy, hot, and humid weather. Afternoon and evening storms are possible. That will break the heat a little bit, but not the humidity. The humidity looks to stay through the weekend. Because of that, there is a chance of a few pop-up thunderstorms this weekend. As for the rest of the day, expect a few thunderstorms. High temperatures are going to reach right near 90, and it is going to feel a lot hotter because of that humidity, and then we'll be tracking all this out coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. We are following
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. We are tracking hazy, hot, and humid weather for today with highs reaching near 90 in the Mohawk Valley. Let's take a look now at our Cavity Tower camera. We are seeing partly sunny skies here this afternoon, and it is getting pretty warm with temperatures in the Mohawk Valley almost near 90 right now. We are mostly dry on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. We are just tracking a few showers north of Old Forge here at noon, and there is a possibility to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon and evening due to this very weak and very slow moving cold front. So this will move through by tomorrow. It will break the heat a little bit if we do get some thunderstorms today, but it will not break the humidity today or tomorrow. It is going to remain humid through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. According to our sky watchers, the hottest areas right now are in the Mohawk Valley, measuring 89 degrees in Clinton, 87 degrees in Mohawk, and 77 degrees in Old Forge here this afternoon. Once again, high temperatures, especially in the Mohawk Valley, are going to reach the low 90s, but it is going to feel about 5 degrees warmer because dew point values are in the low 70s, which is very, very humid. Because of this, the National Weather Service has put a heat advisory in effect for the Mohawk Valley. It started at 11 this morning. It lasts until 8 this evening. We're expecting heat index values to be in the upper 90s for the afternoon today. It is going to get very hot, so definitely have that air conditioner on high. I would say today through Monday, we will be seeing temperatures staying in the 80s, near 90 over the weekend, and it is also going to stay pretty humid. Tuesday looks to be the next day of relief with low humidity and temperatures back in the 70s. Even over the weekend, we are going to be hot and humid, highs near 90 for both Saturday and Sunday. And because it is going to be humid still, there is the possibility for a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm in the later hours of both Saturday and Sunday. On our skycast here this afternoon, there still is the possibility to see a few showers and storms rolling through. Temperatures today are going to reach the low 90s for the high in the Mohawk Valley, but if we do see some thunderstorms, that will break the heat a little bit back down into the 80s, not the humidity though. Overnight tonight, it still will be warm and humid with a low just around 70. As for tomorrow, we will be seeing mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, still very humid, highs in the mid 80s, and scattered showers and thunderstorms are also possible tomorrow afternoon and evening. Heading into Saturday, the sunshine looks to come in and looks to get pretty hot throughout the day on Saturday, still remaining humid, and a pop-up shower or thunderstorm is possible. As for today though, highs are going to be in the low 90s, very hot and humid with the chance of seeing some scattered thunderstorms, and tonight a low just around 70. It is going to remain humid and mostly cloudy. As for tomorrow, we will be mostly cloudy, a little bit cooler but still humid. Still seeing some thunderstorms due to that slow-moving cold front. Over the weekend, we are very hot and humid with the chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. Our next chance for some relief looks to be Tuesday. Back to you, Gary.
Stay hydrated today.
Yes,
that's for sure. Well, a recent study finds that heat is on. Central New York is seeing the extreme heat right now that much of the country has been seeing for a few days. How long will it last here? Meteorologist Hannah Evans starts us off this half hour. And good afternoon to you once again.
Good afternoon, Gary. We are tracking weather right now that is in the mid to upper 80s, reaching the low 90s for the Mohawk Valley today and very humid. So let's take a look at what the Griffith Park Airport in Rome is measuring. They have 84 degrees, but it does feel about 5 degrees warmer because of dew point values right near 70. It is going to be very, very humid today. As of right now, we are dry, but there are a few showers north of Old Forge, and there still is the possibility to see a few scattered thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. And as they move through, they will drop the air temperature just a little bit, but the humidity is here to stay for at least through the weekend. Today is going to be hazy, hot, and humid. We will be in the low 90s in the Mohawk Valley, but it is going to feel about 5 degrees warmer. Afternoon and evening, thunderstorms are possible today, and the same thing goes for tomorrow. But the humidity is looking to stay through the weekend, and because of that, there is the chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm also through the weekend. As for today, though, once again, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible. Highs reaching right near 90, and I will be tracking all of this out coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. After visiting
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. We are tracking hazy, hot, and humid weather for today, with highs reaching near 90 for most of us. Let's take a look now at the CAVI tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are seeing partly sunny skies and hazy conditions. Once again, very hot and humid with temperatures at this point in the mid to upper 80s. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar, we are tracking mostly dry conditions with the exception of a few showers just north of Old Forge. It is possible to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening as this weak and slow-moving cold front continues to approach us. So if these showers and thunderstorms do move through, that will break the heat a little bit, but it will not break the humidity. It is going to remain humid through the weekend. According to our sky watchers, we are already pretty warm for noontime. We have 87 degrees in Mohawk, 89 79 degrees in Clinton, 86 degrees in Otsego. The high temperature usually doesn't happen until the next couple of hours, so this is still pretty warm as of right now with the humidity very high. Once again, the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory that's in effect for the Mohawk Valley until 8 p.m. this evening. Our high temperatures in the Mohawk Valley are looking to reach the low 90s, and we could be feeling like the upper 90s because of that humidity. It is going to be a very, very hot afternoon. Make sure you are staying hydrated and limiting your time outside, as well as turning on the air conditioning on high. I would definitely recommend having it on high through Monday because we will be seeing warm weather through the weekend and into Monday with temperatures in the 80s for the high. Even over the weekend, we will be near 90 once again, and it is going to remain very humid up through Monday. Our next day for some relief looks to be on Tuesday. Over the weekend, it is going to be very hot and humid with still dew point values in the 70s and highs near 90. So because of that, there is the possibility of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm for both Saturday and Sunday. Otherwise, we will be seeing the sunshine during the day. But as for today, we are tracking a few showers and thunderstorms that are possible due to that cold front this afternoon and evening. If they do move through, that will drop the temperature just a little bit into the 80s, but still remaining humid. As we head into tonight, it is going to be cloudy and still humid and warm with a low around 70. For tomorrow, we will be mostly cloudy during the day, a lot cooler than today with highs just in the mid-80s, but it still is going to be very humid, and scattered showers and thunderstorms are once again possible in the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Heading into Saturday, the sunshine looks to come in a little bit. We will be seeing warm weather once again with highs near 90, and a pop-up shower or thunderstorm is possible as the humidity remains high. As for today, high temperatures are looking to reach the low 90s. It is going to feel about 5 degrees warmer, very hot and humid. Tonight, a low around 70. It is going to be mostly cloudy and still humid overnight. Heading into tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, a little bit cooler, but still humid. Scattered showers and storms are possible in the afternoon and evening. Very hot over the weekend, highs near 90. Still humid, so pop-up shower or thunderstorm is possible. On Monday, a stronger cold front moves through. That looks to break the heat and the humidity for Tuesday. We'll be right back.
The hot and humid weather settles in and sticks around.
A heat advisory remains in effect. Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis is tracking the temperatures from the Weather Center and what we can expect next. I know you've broken into programming a couple of times this afternoon, trying to get the newest information out there, and you are all lit up on the radar.
Yeah, a couple of issues out there. We do have some storms rolling through. Thankfully, this is more typical storms, nothing serious going on at the moment, no severe thunderstorm warnings, but we are expecting some storms to roll in across a good portion of the area over the next few hours. So live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Earlier today, we had some strong storms across the southern part of our area, some wind damage in parts of Otsego County. As we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are continuing to watch some thunderstorms approach from the southwest. So these will be moving northeast. Some thunder, some lightning, and some much needed rainfall is on the way here over the next couple of hours. We'll put a storm track on this portion of the storms as they head north and east. Oneida at 505, Westmoreland 529, Whitestown 538, Utica around 545. We did not hit 90 today. The clouds, the showers moving in, but it is very humid. Dew points now up to 70. And again, we're going to continue to track some thunderstorms as we head into this evening. We are also tracking more storms over the next couple of days and more humidity. We'll look at that forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
The town of Whitestown is working to...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good afternoon. We are continuing to track thunderstorms approaching central New York. Let's take a live look outside. As we look at our Cavy Tower Cam, you can see on the right-hand side, it's darker in the background. That is some heavy rain that's approaching the area. Let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The activity is generally widespread in and south of the Mohawk Valley, where we've been getting hit with some pretty good rainfall and thunder and lightning in Otsego County. Right now, we're looking at generally widespread rain from Cooperstown to Oneonta. The thunderstorms have lifted north into Herkimer County, where we are getting reports of plenty of lightning and locally heavy rainfall in this storm that's across the central part of the county. It's right over Herkimer, and it's lifting to the north and east very slowly. We'll put a storm track on this as it moves towards Danube at 5:24, St. Johnsville 5:37, Caroga 6 o'clock, and Gloversville at 6:11. We're also keeping an eye on storms approaching from the west. You can see this thunderstorm crossing the border from Madison to Oneida County, producing some thunder and some lightning. We'll track this as it continues to lift very slowly to the north and east. Westmoreland 5:30, Whitestown 5:40, Utica 5:47, Trenton 5:57, and Russia at 6:07. We'll do a couple of things here. I want to show you how much lightning is happening in some of these storms. It's the one thing we've noticed today. Pretty decent amount of lightning strikes, number 54 over the past half an hour. In addition to lightning, we also have rainfall. This is something we really could use. The rain's coming down pretty hard, and especially in this particular storm that's crossing the Oneida-Madison County line. We're detecting rainfall, estimating rainfall over 1 inch per hour. Of course, it's not going to last for a whole hour, but this is some pretty heavy rain. So when this lifts north and east, this is going to reduce visibility, and it could make traveling a little tricky for a little while as that rolls through. And again, the concern here, at least for the next couple of hours, is locally heavy rain and some thunder and lightning. Thankfully, at this point, no severe thunderstorm warnings in our area, but we'll continue to keep an eye on that. The humidity goes nowhere. We're going to stay very humid over the next several days. As far as the rainfall goes, we do have the chance for storms in the future here. The best chance of storms in the next 7 days looks to be Friday. The storm risk on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is generally isolated. So you look at the radar and satellite image, again, tracking these storms as they sweep through central New York this evening. This comes to an end tonight, and we will get a chance to dry out. An isolated shower is still possible overnight. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 60s. It's very warm and humid tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the mid-80s, and we're talking about some scattered thunderstorms again in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, the weather remains very mild as we head into the weekend. Saturday looks generally nice to start. Can't rule out a passing shower or rumble of thunder Saturday afternoon, but you can see that, at least as on Skycast here, the activity not very widespread. Saturday, temperatures look to climb into the upper 80s. An isolated storm tonight, cloudy and humid, an air conditioner worthy night, a low of 68. Scattered storms tomorrow, warm and humid, a high of 85. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. It stays very warm, if not hot, as we head into the weekend with temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 with hit or miss showers and storms. Looking ahead, though, there looks to be some relief as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday, some cooler weather on the way. Temperatures back into the upper 70s by Wednesday afternoon. We'll continue to keep an eye on these storms throughout the broadcast.
Well, while you were talking about the storms, checking in with NYSEG, National Grid as well, there are a number of people without power.
Absolutely. We've got that information for you just into the newsroom. 194 in Oneida County. This is through NYSEG. Herkimer County reporting over 1,100, almost 1,200 without power there. And at Otsego County, the hardest hit area so far, over 2,200 without power. We'll stay on these numbers and bring you more information as soon as it becomes available. Meantime, we aren't the only ones affected by the hot temperatures. Our furry friends at the Utica Zoo are as well.
News Channel 2's Ben Kinney went there today to see how the staff make sure the animals stay cool.
Are up against new ferocious flooding and fast-moving fires across parts of America. In the already waterlogged St. Louis area, water rescue boats launched overnight as thousands in Kentucky still struggle with stifling heat. Mike Valerio has the latest.
In the middle of the night, sirens and spotlights cut through the darkness in the St. Louis area as rescue teams search for people trapped in flash floods unleashed by rainfall in line with a 50 to 100-year storm.
It was coming up and rising quick, so at that point, packed up some clothes, chucked it in a bag, and I got out, hopped in my vehicle, and just laid on the horn for all the neighbors to hear.
Like I woke up, the water was this high. I almost drowned. We had to get out in boats and everything.
The suffering still felt in Kentucky's flood zone, with the heightened rate of extreme weather top of mind for survivors.
Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, I believe we're seeing the effects of climate change right here.
As Kentucky's recovery enters week 2, news stories of escape.
I reached and found my pistol in the back seat, and I shot the window out of my my Chevy. The next day, getting to see my kids, that made it worth it.
In the west, Oregon's Miller Road fire exploding in size, forcing some people to fight the flames on their own.
The wind was blowing it to the south, but all of a sudden the wind changed and we had to abandon. I mean, it just instantly went from we got this to 20-foot flames rushing at us, and we had to drop our hoses and run.
Now, as millions face a record-breaking heat wave across the nation, extreme temperatures have claimed the lives of an elderly couple in Georgia, with temperatures in their home reaching a sweltering 115 degrees.
To hear their passing, it's nothing short of shocking.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Well, here at home, it's not only hazy, hot, and humid. There are several thunderstorms that are going through parts of our viewing area. Let's get you back over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Some new pictures in, Bill.
Yeah, this is the storm that rolled through Otsego County. We cut into programming with that severe thunderstorm warning. This is why we do it. We had some strong winds that took place here, and unfortunately, you can see that tree limb landing in a very unfortunate spot. This picture comes from allotsego.com. And we do expect to see more storms, but we're not expecting these stronger storms to take place like that. We have several reports of wind damage in Otsego County along with power outages. You can see each one of those icons representing a wind damage report. This one was at 4:03. We also had one at 3:58 with, again, more power outages and some limbs that did come down. Let's take a look at what's going on now on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The storms are continuing to move through our area. We're getting some thunder and lightning with the storms along the New York State Thruway corridor. We are continuing to watch these as they lift very slowly to the north and east, producing some locally heavy and beneficial rainfall. We're going to continue to follow this as we head throughout the course of this evening. So if you are planning on heading out this evening, do expect to see some thunderstorms, some rainfall, temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. More showers and storms in the forecast. A look at that is coming out. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. An update on the beer garden under construction. Back to the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, and I know you're tracking the storms that are going through, but we've gotten a lot of rain in a short amount of time today, didn't we?
Just a few places did.
Okay.
This graphic kind of indicates one of the challenges that we have around here, and this is all weather is local, right? So some areas picked up a lot of rain. Lawrence, about 2 inches of rain. A lot of that fell in less than an hour. But then you go to other places, they had literally nothing today, at least so far. Old Forge and Woodgate. Herkimer picked up 1/4 of an inch of rain so far. Brookfield, 1/10 of an inch. And sometimes you can have places that are within a few miles of each other have this dramatic difference. We are continuing to track widespread thunderstorms in our area. There are no severe thunderstorm warnings present, but we're going to continue to follow that. We're tracking thunder and lightning and downpours just west of Utica. The biggest concern, at least this evening, is the locally heavy rainfall. Rainfall rates are estimated to be between 1 to 2 inches per hour with these storms, which is needed rainfall, but if this comes down too quickly, this could cause some issues here, ponding on roadways being the biggest issue. And we're going to continue to track these storms as they roll through the area. This evening, temperatures in the upper 70s. More chances for storms as we look ahead, too. We'll look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The United States may soon...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Rain continues to move into central New York. Some thunderstorms as well. Let's take a live look outside. This is from our camera here overlooking the city of Utica, our Cavalry Tower Cam. The rain is picking up in intensity. We can hear it coming louder on our roof. And the rain will continue to come down hard in such a humid environment. We're continuing to track widespread and very beneficial rain. We've been very dry lately. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. I want to zoom in and show you where we're getting thunderstorms, some lightning being detected along the New York State Thruway with these thunderstorms that continue to very slowly drift to the north and east. We'll put a storm track on this as it continues to advance into the northern part of Oneida County. Floyd at 601, Howland Patton 609, Trenton 616, Russia 627, and Ohio at 640. We're continuing to see thunder and lightning in the Mohawk Valley with these storms as they continue to very slowly push to the north and east. Where we've been getting some stronger storms earlier this afternoon, there's still widespread rain continuing in Otsego County. But as you can see, no lightning being detected here. We'll do a quick check on the lightning count. That's one way that we can tell how these storms are developing, whether or not they're weakening or strengthening. And our count here is 39. The last half hour we checked in, it was 50. So they are weakening somewhat, but we're also seeing rainfall. The rain's coming down hard. We can measure, or we can at least estimate how fast that rain is coming down. And in the core of this heavier band along the New York State Thruway, we're estimating rainfall to be between 1 to 2 inches per hour. When we get rainfall rates that high, that's when it causes slowdown on roadways where it's a little bit easier to hydroplane. So if you're going to be driving in this, try to avoid it if possible. At least let this pass through here over the next hour or so. There's no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect at the moment. We're going to continue to keep an eye on that because, again, we did get some severe thunderstorm warnings earlier today, and these storms continue to roll through a very favorable environment for development. With the storms today, we actually did not reach 90 across the area. High temperatures in the upper 80s. It felt like 90s with the humidity. Rainfall so far, widely, numbers are all over the place. Where the rain has come down hard is come down hard. Over an inch of rain in parts of Otsego County. Rainfall totals less, at least so far, across the Mohawk Valley and North Country. We do have more chances for rain in our future here. More storms are in the forecast for tomorrow, but the storms in general become a lot more isolated here as we head into the weekend. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, we do dry out tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 60s. A few passing showers and storms are possible tomorrow too. It does not look to be quite as warm. Highs in the mid 80s, and the heat starts to build in as we head into the weekend. An isolated storm tonight, low of 68. More scattered storms expected tomorrow, a high of 85. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 over the weekend. We do cool down with more showers and storms possible heading into the middle of next week. We'll continue to track these storms as they roll through the area. An update on the radar at 6 o'clock. Stay with us.
Escaping the heat and humidity today, temps near 90 and stifling still air loaded with moisture.
In fact, we're hearing the moisture hit the roof right now. A couple hours left on that heat advisory, but Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis is tracking some storms right now in the Weather Center. Bill, good evening.
Yeah, widespread heavy downpours, rumbles of thunder continue to move through the Mohawk Valley. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. These storms much more widespread than anticipated. These are going to gradually lift to the north as we head into this evening. It's providing a very beneficial rainfall. We've been so dry lately, but that rain is coming down hard, between about 1 to 2 inches per hour. That's the rainfall rate, and that's going to create ponding on roadways. So if you're going to be driving through this, it's going to slow you down. Now, again, looking at widespread rainfall, some rumbles of thunder being detected along the New York State Thruway. South, the rain is not quite as hard. Otsego County getting hit hard earlier today. This tree came down on this car. This was on Chestnut Street in Cooperstown. We did have some damage with those storms, some power outages, some gusty winds earlier today. Thankfully, the storms that are out there now, at the moment, we don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings. This is mainly heavy rain and some rumbles of thunder. We'll continue to track the progress of these storms and also look at some rainfall totals so far, and that's coming up. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. NYSEG reporting some power outages now in Otsego County. Still over 2,000 people without power there. And estimated time to restoration is 8, 9 o'clock tonight. Now, earlier, Oneida and Herkimer County both had power outages. That power has been restored.
Did you see that picture? That car was crushed. It's dangerous. Mother Nature can be dangerous.
Yeah, we're going to make some phone calls and find out, hopefully, the drivers weren't in the car when that happened. And we're not only
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Getting some much needed beneficial rainfall across central New York. It's been very dry lately. Soaking rain as widespread showers and storms continue to roll through. This is not one or two places getting hit. Just about everybody's going to be getting some rain if you haven't already. Let's take a live look outside. Cavity Tower Cam, it's coming down in buckets here on Smith Hill. We've been getting some thunder and lightning as well. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, again continuing to track widespread rain and some thunder. This rain has also put a premature end to the heat. Temperatures didn't quite make it to 90 today. with those showers and storms developing. Right now, the storms are continuing to move through Oneida County. We're getting lightning and thunder being detected, but the number of lightning strikes has been going down, so this area of thunderstorms gradually weakening. But still, we're continuing to see some widespread steady rainfall with this as it gradually lifts to the north. The North Country, which has been spared throughout the afternoon, is expected to get this rain as this area of showers and storms gradually lifts to the north. And the rain is going to gradually clear out south of the Mohawk Valley. We're starting to see the rain lighten up in parts of Otsego County this evening. Again, this whole area of rain gradually lifting to the north and east. Another thing to point out, where it is raining, again, it's raining really hard. We're estimating the rainfall rate to be north of 1 inch per hour, and that's enough where it's going to create some ponding on the roadways. Even though it's been really dry, the grass is browning up, this is coming down hard enough where it could still create some localized flooding in poor drainage areas. Again, high temperatures today, just about everybody in the upper 80s, the one exception, Old Forge, 79 this afternoon. Rainfall totals vary widely, and again, this is just numbers from our sky watchers, so they are changing as we're seeing that rain out there now. But I want to point out Lawrence picked up 2.17 inches of rain today, so where it was raining hard in Otsego County, we've gotten quite a bit of rainfall. More storms in the forecast tomorrow. That'll be our highest chance of rain for the next several days. More in the way of scattered showers and storms heading into the weekend. A weak cold front rolling through the region tonight, producing those storms. Things do dry out overnight. Temperatures drop down into the upper 60s to low 70s. Some patchy fog is possible with the rain that we had today. More scattered showers and storms are in the forecast tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the mid-80s. It's still very humid. The humidity continues into Saturday, and it's looking hot. High temperature Saturday afternoon approaching 90 degrees with a few isolated storms. An isolated storm is still possible tonight as after this round rolls through, a low of 68. Tomorrow, warm and humid with a few scattered storms, temperatures in the mid-80s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast close to 90 over the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. Still very warm on Monday before the humidity and the heat start to ease back. Temperatures in the upper 70s as we look ahead to Wednesday. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, a local basketball standout, Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Some power outages here in Utica, too. A couple of thousand without power till 11 tonight, but earlier we saw more.
Yeah, and these storms that rolled through Otsego County, it was straight line wind, and it doesn't really matter whether the wind's going straight or it's swirling. This was damaging wind one way or the other, and that's what happens when we have these severe thunderstorm warnings. That's why we cut into programming and you get alerts for this, because that was properly warned by the National Weather Service earlier today. And again, we are tracking some pretty quiet weather now. Things have settled down, and we are looking at just a few light showers on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Our temperatures earlier today, we did not hit 90. 89 in Sherburne, 89 or 88 in Herkimer, Griffiths and Rome making it into the mid-80s. With the humidity, it felt like 90, but it was not quite as warm as we were expecting. And of course, a lot of that had to do with the clouds and a few of those storms that came through. Current temperature is 70. It is warm and it stays stuffy tonight. Overnight lows only in the upper 60s. We're going to stay on the warm side here as we take a look at that temperature trend, close to 90 again heading into the weekend. We are dry tonight. Some patchy fog is possible. Tracking a few thunderstorms in the forecast. A look at that is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Thank you. 4 people are reportedly in critical condition.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look outside. This is our Cavity Tower Cam. We had a pretty busy evening in Central New York with widespread showers and thunderstorms. Some locally heavy rainfall as well, but things have quieted down, and we do expect the weather to remain generally dry as we head into tonight. Just a couple of lingering sprinkles showing up on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Going to bed tonight, it's going to be warm. Overnight lows only drop a few more degrees. We're looking at overnight lows in the upper 60s. Air conditioner worthy weather for sure. It is going to be very humid tonight as well. And you'll need the air conditioner over the next several days. If you have it, you'll be using it here throughout the next several days. Even through the early part of next week, we're still looking at very warm and very humid weather. Heading to the Otsego County Fair tomorrow, I know they got hit by storms today. There is a chance that that could happen again tomorrow. Temperatures look to climb into the mid-80s. It's looking slightly cooler than today, but still just as humid. Have a look at rainfall totals here. This is one of the challenges about predicting thunderstorms. Some places get hit really hard, other places miss rain entirely. Lawrence picking up 2 inches of rain, and areas like Herkimer, Westmoreland getting some rain, but again, Lawrence picking up about 8 to 9 times as much rain as these other places did. Brookfield only 1/10 of an inch, no rain at all in Old Forge and Woodgate. The humidity stays very high, dew points in the upper 60s to low 70s over the next several days. And with the high humidity comes the risk for more thunderstorms. The risk tomorrow looks generally scattered, isolated here heading into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, meaning some places get hit, many areas won't. So you look at the radar and satellite image, a very weak cold front rolled through today. Again, it did produce widespread showers and storms. Things do quiet down tonight. Watch out for patchy fog tomorrow, especially in areas that got that heavy rainfall south of the Mohawk Valley. Temperatures start out in the low 70s tomorrow morning. We're looking at the chance of a pop-up shower or storm in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the mid-80s. Tomorrow night, the weather dries out, but it stays very mild. Overnight lows only in the upper 60s to low 70s. Saturday looks hot. Temperatures climb into the upper 80s, an isolated storm. Could even see high temperatures near 90. Rainfall tomorrow, thinking another 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rainfall is possible. Again, some areas may pick up locally higher amounts based on where the storm's set up. Isolated storm tonight, cloudy and humid, a low of 68. Tomorrow, scattered storms, warm and humid, a high of 85. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, 89 on Saturday, 90 Sunday. Temperatures remain very warm into early next week, 89 Monday. It starts to cool down Tuesday and Wednesday. High temperatures back into the low 80s to upper 70s with more scattered showers. We'll be right back.
1,500 people in Otsego County without power from these storms earlier tonight, Bill.
Yeah, and that picture that you saw there, that's the thing that we worry about when we see these severe thunderstorm warnings. The severe thunderstorms are capable of producing winds over 60 miles an hour. And we do often break into programming when we have conditions like this, as we did earlier today. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet. We had a couple of showers that are still lingering across the Adirondacks this evening. But in general, the weather does look to quiet down heading into tonight. As we look at temperatures today, believe it or not, we didn't hit 90. We got close, though. 89 in Sherburne, 88 in Herkimer. Griffiths and Rome topped out in the mid-80s today, and a lot of that had to do with the cloud cover and the showers and storms that came through, keeping temperatures a little bit cooler. It's 70 degrees right now, and we just don't cool off tonight. Temperatures will not change very much overnight. We're climbing back into the mid-80s tomorrow and into the upper 80s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, so the heat does build back in as we head into the weekend. It's muggy tonight. We're down to 68 degrees. We are tracking a few more thunderstorms in the forecast. And look at that is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. 4 people.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look outside. This is our CAV tower cam overlooking the city of Utica. A couple of very light showers are lingering in our area tonight. Let's live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's mainly in the Adirondacks towards Speculator. Tonight, most of the night looks dry. Watch out for some patchy fog first thing tomorrow morning, especially in areas that had a good soaking rain earlier today, mainly south of the Mohawk Valley. An air conditioner worthy night. Overnight lows only in the upper 60s. It's going to be very humid, and the humidity is going to stay very high over the next several days. We won't see any relief from the heat and humidity until the middle of next week. That's when temperatures will finally start to cool off. Heading out to the Otsego County Fair, just like today, there's a chance of a thunderstorm in the afternoon. By the way, this area got hit really hard earlier today. Again, the chance of a storm tomorrow, temperatures in the low to mid 80s, a very humid day as well. Looking ahead to the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, we have the chance of a thunderstorm. Temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90, a hot and humid weekend ahead. Rainfall today, this kind of just gives you a bigger picture as to how weather behaves. We had most areas get very little rainfall back north of the Mohawk Valley, no rain in Old Forge and Woodgate. Some soaking rains in Westmoreland, Herkimer, and parts of the Mohawk Valley. And then you go into Otsego County. Look at Lawrence. More than 2 inches of rain fell in those storms earlier today, and that has a lot to do with the high humidity. And we will continue to see very humid conditions here throughout the end of the week and into the weekend. Scattered storms possible tomorrow, isolated storms Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The radar and satellite image shows those storms that we had earlier today heading to the east and weakening. And again, we have a lot of cloud cover in our areas. That's going to keep temperatures pretty warm tonight. We'll start out tomorrow morning with some patchy fog and temperatures in the low 70s, mostly cloudy skies. Like today, a few pop-up storms are possible. Temperatures climb into the mid-80s. Tomorrow night, the weather looks to dry out. Still very warm. Overnight lows in the upper 60s. Hot and humid on Saturday. More sunshine and warmer temperatures. An isolated storm. Temperatures near 90 degrees. Chance of rain tomorrow. Rainfall totals looking to be about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. But again, in some of those storms where they do set up, you can see some locally higher numbers. An isolated storm tonight, cloudy and humid, a low of 68. Some fog early tomorrow morning, and then just looking at a very humid day, temperatures in the mid-80s with the risk of a shower or thunderstorm. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Hot weather continues through Monday, and then a cold front Tuesday does bring temperatures down. We'll be back into the 70s as we look ahead to Wednesday. Sunshine, highs in the low 80s by Thursday. We'll be right back.